So right now we're in the Roth Rock Forest. It's a state forest and really beautiful area. And I came out here to Camp Blue Diamond, and I did a history presentation on the iron industry. And so I'm just out doing a little exploring. And they told me that there was an iron mine here that goes into Tussey Mountain, and this is Huntingdon County. And Tussey Mountain was supposed to have up to 200 or more iron mines. So I'm going to go find this iron mine, and I'm going to go take a look at it. Well, so let's go explore. Roth Rock Forest is so beautiful. I just had to stop and take a look down here at the creek. Looks like a nice little spot to hang out. That's a pretty spot. Nice little swimming hole down in there. Looks like they might have made it, put some stone around and made a little place to swim. Totally beautiful. Just gotta love nature here. I just love all the mountain laurel, rhododendron. Roth Rock Forest has some really pretty rhododendrons. Be nice to come out here when these are all flowering. We're here in Huntingdon County, and we are getting ready to enter an iron mine. This would have been mined out by the Grove brothers, and between 1880 and 1930 there would have been 200 or more of these mine shafts on Tussey Mountain. Let's go see what we can find. All right, we're gonna go down into this mine here. Wow. Wow. Wow, very cool. First time in here?
I've been in here before.
Okay. Actually, it's not as deep as I thought.
Yeah, I don't think it's super.
Well, it's really cool. This is what a typical iron mine would look like. Get some light on here. They would be about 6 foot tall. It'd be a nice tunnel way, and we're in solid iron ore rock here. You can actually see the old timbers from the tracks.
Is it knee deep or deeper?
No, I mean, it's only about ankle deep, but
It's
deep
all
enough.
water, isn't it?
Yeah.
All water. Well, down at the end it looks more.
Yeah, it does
shallow.
dry out up there.
Now you can see the other.
Here in Tussey Mountain, these mine shafts would have provided later iron furnaces in the 20s and 30s, even steel mills in Pittsburgh, before the iron ore mining shut down and went to Michigan around Lake Superior. So some incredible history in these mountains of Tussey Mountain. You guys don't care, I'm coming.
I'm not going to wear these the rest of the week.
That's the thing.
All right.
They're filled with water.
So we all decided to make the trip back here.
They're waterproof, but not when they're in the water completely. They do really go in the water. Yeah. Once they fill with water. I should have worn sneakers.
Wow.
No boots.
It ends up, it's not that deep. You're right, it's about 40 feet. It's dry up here. You can see we're at the end. It only comes about 40 feet. Must have ran out of quality iron and they just called it quits. You can see the red rust on the rock. And the water is coming in here, so it fills up the mine. Okay, down here at the end of the mine, you can see these holes, and this is where they were getting ready to blast the charge. So, you know, obviously they quit here for some reason. Maybe the quality of iron was running out.
So it's probably only like 100 years old, a little bit over.
From probably between 1880 and 1930, somewhere in between there. So probably a good 100 years old. See a lot of water, but yeah, it's pretty cool. They would have brought a dinky car in here and on tracks, and those tracks have been removed probably around World War II for the need for steel. Here's probably some rotten wood from the old railroad ties. When you're looking for mines on Tussey Mountain or anywhere they were mining underground, you always will see this trench. They're actually starting to tunnel into the mountain. And they would refer to these as drift mines or tunnel mines. And they'll come over to the rock. And this is the typical iron mine. You can see the iron in the rock. And what they called this iron was low-grade quality iron. But Tussey Mountain had so much of it that it was beneficial. And they would send this to Riddlesburg, Saxton, Everett, Montoursville, maybe even Pittsburgh. From my understanding, the mine shafts on Tussey Mountain, there would have been up to 200. And it was for later iron furnaces in the early 1900s, even probably some steel mills. But yeah, a lot of awesome history in these mountains. A lot of people would think this is a cave. It's actually an old iron mine. If you notice this large pile in front of the mine, it's a pile of spoils. It would have been the waste rock, the no good rock that they were just clearing out of the entrance to get to the mine. Standing on the large pile of waste here, and they would have, you know, tunneled out to get into the mine, and they would put all the waste here, and any waste rock in the mine they would have dumped here. And you can see a lot of this just mountain stone. That is not what they're looking for. They're looking for iron ore. So underneath the mountain stone, I don't know how they figured it out, but early geologists and miners figured out there was iron ore in these mountains. And what you're looking at right here is iron ore. That's quality iron ore. And if you look over here, this is the mountain stone. So you got these two different rocks that they were coming for. So here's some iron. You know, you got the iron in it, and here's iron. So you know, they would have just taken the good clean iron out, put it on the dinky cars or the mules, and hauled it out of here. So just an awesome site here on Tussey Mountain. Okay, we'll say goodbye to this mine, and maybe we'll find some more down the road. We're here on Tussey Mountain, and I'm just reflecting on how they found their iron. You know, just walking through these woods, like, you know, they had to just kind of walk and search these mountains until they found pockets or ledges of iron ore rock. Because I don't see anything, you know, outside of that area we were at. But it's just incredible to think about how they found their iron mines just in the wilderness like this. Below the mine, this must have been the old narrow gauge rail line that came up through here. And they would have a narrow gauge rail line with small locomotives. I'll show a picture of that, but it would go through here, and the mine is up there. So along this trail, we might run into some more mines. And later on, loggers probably would continue using these lines for logging, but This is what we think was probably the old tram line or the dinky track that ran through here. All the way along Tussey Mountain, that is. From here, Huntingdon County all the way to Riddlesburg. It's cicada season. Hey, buddy. Coming up to hang out? Wow, that's funny. Wow. Thing came out of the ground to do its thing. I think these come out every, 7 to 10 years? Or some of them come out every 15 years? Wow. All right, buddy. Your time to go. Go do what you do.